Husson University is mourning the loss of a longtime instructor after school officials say he passed away yesterday. 58-year-old Scott Traylor served many roles at Husson. In 2003, Traylor spearheaded the creation of a new curriculum in web design, development, and marketing for the New England School of Communications. He became a full-time instructor in 2008. Dean of NESCOM and the College of Business said in a statement, quote, "With the passing of Scott Traylor, we lose a truly dedicated educator who shaped the future of countless students over 21 years at Husson University," unquote. For the past 2 years, Traylor served as the project manager for the IEX Center.